Nothing. We're just not getting rebounds. That's it.
Now, what do you guys have to do in the second half in order to come back in this game?
Get rebounds.
Lamelo Ball, the now roughly 6'8" point guard that played his last official game at Spire Academy and in his high school career was once just a 5'10" freshman guard, making up the Chino Hills Ball brother trio. From 2015 to 2019, he has impressed everyone that has seen him play, whether you are a hater or not, and his high school record stands at 96-5, with a record of 68-3 at Chino Hills and 28-2 with Spire Academy. Lamelo has had the most insane legacy of a high school prospect. What it do, y'all? Thanks for tuning into another video, and if it's your first time, be sure to smash that subscribe button for me one time. It only takes a second and helps the channel grow. Now back to the video. Lamelo Ball, the youngest of the three Ball brothers, was on a tear in his senior season at Spire Academy, showing that he acquired all the skills to be considered a top prospect after only improving overseas. Since a freshman, Lamelo was a sensation across America and seemingly the whole world. Though he was very raw as a freshman, he was actually a year ahead and could have been in 8th grade, but wanted to play alongside his brothers, Lonzo and Leangelo. He was no slouch though, and proved his worth. Lamelo's flash and craftiness showed in their pursuit to their state championship run. His freshman year, he averaged 16.4 points per game, 1.8 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, and 1.1 steals. As a 14-year-old, he was cooking people 4 years older than him, often making it look easy. The Ball brothers were criticized for their play style, but it worked. They had a high-octane offense and a system what you would call cherry-picking. As soon as their defenders would put up a shot or they would get a steal, one or two players would leak down the court. They also put up three-pointers in a rapid succession on offense, which led to them averaging right around 100 points per game. 100 points per game in a high school game, that's hard to get once in the season, and they were averaging right around there. The Ball brothers blew out most teams that they played and ended the season with a perfect record of 35-0, defeating De La Salle in the championship game 70-50 for the CIF Open Division title. Lonzo Ball had 15 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. Lamelo Ball had 14 points. Leangelo had 18. The next season, when Lonzo Ball left his two brothers to attend UCLA, Lamelo's role on the team increased, and he was nothing but ready for a breakout year at Chino. He came back standing right around 6'4" with an elite jump shot and handles, making it look easy at the point guard spot. He rose from scoring 16.4 points per game his freshman year to an insane 26.7 in a very competitive state of California. Him and Jello together were not fair, added with Onyeka Okongwu, who was down low snatching any of the Ball brothers' misses and often cleaning up with a thunderous slam. His team was not able to capture another state title though. Lamelo Ball's team lost to Bishop Montgomery in the CIF playoffs in a hard-fought game, and that was the last time he would play at Chino Hills. He played with the Big Ballers, LeVar's AAU team, where there are many more highlights of Melo's deep three-pointers, crazy layups, and flashy passes. He is becoming a worldly known celebrity, and it was only aided with the Facebook series, Ball in the Family. We got to see the inside life of the Ball family, where we saw Lamelo always joking around, and it showed us a different side of him besides basketball. On the basketball side though, he and LeVar decided that him and Jello would go overseas to play at the Vitalitas basketball club. This move was very unexpected for many people, but we've all come to know how wild LeVar's decision can be. Lamelo was playing well in Lithuania, but there was one problem. He did not get to see the court too much during Lithuanian league play, which was their higher tier games. Lamelo's on-court struggles, 6.6 points on 23.9% shooting and 13.9 minutes per game during LKL play. He was also criticized for his apparent lack of off-court professionalism, including a late-night addiction to playing video games like Fortnite, and LeVar's meddling in Vitalitas' affairs, both publicly and privately. How is a young 16-year-old supposed to be able to deal with everything flawlessly when there are always cameras in your face? That's not to say why he played poor, but he was playing against grown men and never looked like he was fitting into Vitalitas' system. He ended up leaving, and since LeVar was going to start his own league that no one had believed would happen, the JBA standing for the Junior Basketball Association, a league designed as an alternative to the NCAA, allowing high school and junior college players to immediately play professionally, Lamelo chose to come home and play in it, and he went crazy. The competition level was surprisingly okay compared to what many people thought it would be. But either way, Lamelo Ball averaged a triple-double in the JBA, with 40 points per game, 11 assists, 13.8 rebounds per game, 3.5 steals per game, but that was kind of overshadowed by his near 7 turnovers per game, but those stats are very good. Even though he was taking a majority of the shots, he shot 43% from the field. What really brought down his overall field goal percentage was shooting 23% from deep. Dismal to say the least. I didn't like that in the JBA, Leangelo Ball decided to join, which obviously made it a sure thing that they would win the league, and the California Ballers team won easily. I was intending to watch the playoffs, but once I heard Jello would be joining, I only watched some highlights. The league has been discontinued since, and I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but it was very exclusive and fun to watch during summer days. That led us to the last team we would see Lamelo Ball play for on his high school career, Spire Academy of Geneva, Ohio. I, among many other people, were surprised but very glad we'd get our last chance to see Lamelo in high school playing in the States. It was his chance to prove that he was improving and let the haters know he belonged high among the ESPN top 100 recruits. He did just that, and Spire's Big Four I'd say was composed of him, Rocket Watts, Isaiah Jackson, and Myron Garter. They went on a tear this season, finishing 28-2. Though a lot of teams dodged them because of an excuse that they would be ineligible for the after-season tournaments, such as Dick's National, in particular Oak Hill, because from what I believe, they did not want Melo to dominate against Oak Hill the way he did sophomore year and make the #1 point guard in the nation, Cole Anthony, look silly. He played enough competition that ESPN put him back in the ranking at the 13th spot on ESPN, though he should be top 5 without a doubt. He's a legit 6'7" guard with a tight handle, smooth jump shot, and a very high IQ and improved athletic abilities. Since he went overseas, it is not known if Melo will be able to play in the NCAA, but as LeVar said, he was never paid, so he should not be considered ineligible. It has been reported recently though that Melo, he has been talking to USC and Kansas. Either way, if Melo is not eligible, he will make the NBA regardless. He has shown more than enough to be a lottery pick in the 2020 draft, and unless you have an insanely accurate reasoning why he shouldn't be, I'm not hearing it. Lamelo Ball has had quite a journey through his high school years, playing for a few different teams, traveling across the world, being featured in a reality show, and facing a lot of scrutiny. He has managed it pretty well for a young kid, only 17 years old, and with a lot more basketball in his future. His high school legacy will never be forgotten, and I'm excited for his next step. What do you guys think about Lamelo? Who has had a better legacy in high school than him and why? Let me know down below, and until next time, it's been Calcio Scope. Peace.